Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight enough flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walking, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Happy Friday. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Y'all gonna get this education. I'm gonna say what's not being said. Never forget. You know, there's been a lot of never forget posts. You know, some clown came up on there. They're saying never forget. Never forget what happened last year, April 21st or whatever the hell, whatever the date was. We ain't gonna forget. We ain't gonna forget. Well, we ain't gonna forget how Brother Devin Haney was cheated. We ain't gonna forget that. Yeah, let's not forget that. Let's not forget it. Let's not forget it. We ain't gonna forget it. And y'all ain't gonna forget this. Because the WBA is reminding you who they are. And if you don't know, pull up a chair, have a seat, and I'll educate you. You get clowns that coming in here. Had that little boy come in here with the feminine avatar. And then when he was called out on it, he changed it to the most masculine avatar, which was a football player. Come to find out he was all of, 15 years old? Told him, I know it's not about race. Little boy, you ain't been around long enough. You don't qualify. Because don't nobody want to talk about this. But don't worry. I'm your Huckleberry. Dow Big G Galloway, Snoopy Mac, HMC, Dirt Gang Boss, salute. Derek J, Derek Jones, salute. Todd Swindle, Windsor, what up? Tiago, Mark Hairston, G McCall, the Queen is in the building. Salute. Y'all can hear me? Oh, okay. I didn't start. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. Chris Ruffin in the building. Salute, good brother. The chef. What's going on? Macados Mac in the South. Salute. Jarrell Freeman, true boxer night in the building. Thomas, what's good, bro? Yo, I'm going to call you when I get off of here. I got 2 emails. It's weird. Eric O in the building. Spiritually biased. Salute. Smash the like button. Like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. They definitely ain't gonna put this in the algorithm. Because you know why? Nobody, you don't have to like what I say, but nobody is gonna call me a liar. Nobody. And just because you ignore the obvious racism doesn't mean it's not happening. If you're about to get into a car accident, just because you cover your face and you close your eyes, the accident is still going to happen. You jerks. Spiritually biased. Salute. King Corleone in the building. Rob Neal, what up? So now, are y'all familiar with the WBA just did? Y'all seen it? All of y'all should be subscribed to Blue Blood Sports TV. He spoke about it. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah. WBA is pretty much forcing Boots to fight Ryan, or else what? Strip him. Michael Ray, salute. Strip him. Okay? Let that marinate. Did y'all forget who the WBA is? Are y'all looking at the meme? Y'all see what's going on here? Do y'all remember? Never forget. Never forget. I'm waiting for more of y'all to come in the building. Tell me what you see in this meme. Everything I do here is for a reason. Of course, Mac, I think Boots will stop Ryan, but you know what? That fight shouldn't even be happening. For what? For what? I thought Devin Haney had Ryan Garcia problems, right? That's what I thought. What's the matter? Y'all don't want to see that rematch? So if Ryan's going to be a clean fighter, and he's going to take an L, why not take an L against Boots with the hope that he could win? WBA trying to get Ryan paid top dollar with a Boots fight. And the prayer to win while disregarding the Haney rematch. Shaquilla, salute, Queen. Ultimate Fight Club, salute. Oh, I hope Broly wins. But, you know, people saying he's not, but I hope he does. But let me ask y'all a question. What do I say about these sanctions seeing value in who wears their belts? Didn't I just talk about this? Copper, what up, brother? Didn't I just talk about this? Didn't I just talk about this? This is why the sanctioning bodies need to be destroyed, and this is why Turkey Al-Sheikh is very important. He's in the business now, like it or not, don't care what your issue is. And all I'm seeing is him getting to work. There's a whole tournament with 128 fighters right now. A majority of people are not even watching it. I'm watching it. I'm learning who these guys are. Somebody's going to emerge from that. Might be the next star. Who knows? But he's giving me what? Boxing. You know, back when I was in that god-awful Facebook group, what was it called? Charter? You know, like how you short your pants? Or Charter, whatever it was called. Ennis Johnson, what up? The British teeth in that group. We're in the zone. Yeah, it was called Sparta, right? Yeah, whatever. Now, you know, not for nothing. Not for nothing. Coach Hudson in the building. Salute. Not for nothing. I met some great people in there. I didn't. But I met about maybe 4 great people in there. The rest of them were just in outer space. But anyway, the British teeth in that group. Eddie Hearn has $1 billion from the DAZN owners. It's a billionaire Russian. He has endless money. He's going to take over boxing. I said, okay. Well, how do you feel about that drill about Eddie Hearn? Basically, what they were saying is, how do I feel about a white man from their motherland? Tay, good morning. From their motherland taking over boxing, because Al Heyman was running things with his new business model and people were happy. So he was supposed to be the not only the answer to that, but to overthrow. That white man was supposed to overthrow that black man, because there was always emphasis on the PBC. You remember that when we was in full protection mode? But you know what? I kept it a buck. I said, look, I don't know too much about Eddie Hearn, but I don't care who runs boxing. What? I don't care who runs boxing, man. Thomas in the chat, he'll tell you. I don't give a damn who runs boxing as long as I'm getting the fights that I want to get. Because down the road, if Al Heyman is not giving me what I want, I'm going to say something. So if Eddie Hearn comes into boxing and signs up everybody with this $1 billion, and I start getting the fights that I want, cool, I don't care. Y'all are making this out to, y'all are telling me who y'all are. Even the half-breeds in the group, the mixed, all around strong, salute. Clarence McLean, Bronx on deck, salute. You understand what I'm saying? They were making it out that. They were making it out to be that. They were doing that, not me. I'm saying I don't care who runs boxing. I need to get the fights. They were like, here comes Eddie Hearn, one of us. Hey, bruh, you are so mixed, you look Spanish, but you're black and white mixed. But the white side of you has made this racist. I'm not lying. This was going on in the damn group. I'm like, what is this? K-Rod, what up? What is this obsession with getting Al out of business and he's bad for business and the Muhammad Ali Act and all this other stuff? What are y'all doing, man? Don't y'all want to see the fights? What's going on here? What's really going on? What's really going on? Well, time reveals all truth. Eddie Hearn struck out that whole time. But he's still in the game. And he failed forward. He didn't give up, and now he's still around. So, shout out to Eddie Hearn. He learned. Eddie Hearn learned. They used to say earn with Hearn. But Hearn learned. So now, why do I have this meme doing what it does? I just told you what the WBA is doing to Boots. You're fighting Ryan or else you're getting stripped. Boots, don't let them tell you what to do. Mauricio Sillyman told Canelo, hey, it's time for you to fight the triple D. How do you say eat a dick in Spanish? However you say that, that's what he said. Pause. Time out, y'all. Word. More on that later. Eubank missed weight by half an ounce. Hey, watch this. It says, and salute to you, Scott. I appreciate you, brother. Watch this. It's only half an ounce. Half an ounce, billionth of a gram. Ben should still fight. Ha ha! Fight still happening. See that? How many Ben fans are going to rip Eubanks for missing weight by half an ounce? Guess what? I don't care anymore. I'm telling you, man. After what the industry allowed happen to my brother Deontay, after what they allowed to happen to my little brother Devin Haney, nope. After what I watched him allow Canelo Alvarez to get away with, nope. No. Don't care. Conor Ben takes this fight, he gets obliterated. Don't care. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. You know what? I don't want to hear it. Unless Eubanks pops dirty like Ben did, don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear it. Right, main biker, because weight don't matter. Okay, cool. He missed weight. Tell Ben not to take the fight. Or if not, don't say shit. Good. And thank you, Scott, for that information. I appreciate you, good brother. Thank you. Back to this. Canelo, Stephen X, my brother, salute. Canelo told the WBC, I do what I want. Wait, where's my buddy?
Whatever, I do what I want.
Yeah, and he did what he wanted to do. And they're still blowing him to this day. They blowing him. Good. Boots, if they threaten Oliver, salute. If they threaten to take that belt from you, let it go. You know why? We pay to see you, brother. I don't give a damn about no belts anymore. We tried that already. We tried that. Did we not? Deontay said, one face, one name. Y'all laughed. All of a sudden, it's important when it came down to Usyk and Fury. Mother F all of those sanctioning bodies. They need to go because they devalued themselves. And they're doing it again. They're doing it again. Tell Kel2 Slime, salute. I don't care about these sanctioning bodies. Y'all care about your bag, right? It's you can right now with Turkey out of Sheik in here. Thank you, Stormy. Turkey told him to put those belts down. I was just going there. Rick, what up? I was just going there. Turkey out of Sheik told him to put those belts down. Turkey is making it so that you can still make history and fight your contemporaries without the worry of a belt. Antonio Tarver and Glenn Carp Johnson put belts aside and money aside just so they could fight because the fight made sense. Both of them have had outstanding wins against Roy Jones, and it was at 175 at that time. That was the only fight that mattered. And the sanctioning bodies got in the way. Derek Gaines, the legend, salute. And they said, we're going to sacrifice some bread, and we're just going to make this happen. And shout out to them at that time making that happen. I appreciated that. But to be honest, that's just an accolade. That's just an accolade. Oh, I held this belt. I'm 3-division, 4-division champion. Ratchet, what up? But these sanctioning bodies have killed their own business because now they are picking and choosing who waves their banner. And for them to say, you know what? We wouldn't mind giving Ryan Garcia an opportunity to wave this belt. We don't know if he could beat this nigga. This guy, Boots. But how about let's give him an opportunity to get money and potentially get a belt. Now, 2 reasons why I'm shining a light on this with this WBA thing. Do y'all know who that woman is in the left? Y'all gotta know. Her hair's dyed in this picture because she's really all gray. That is Gloria. How did she get your number? That is Gloria Martinez. Hey, that's this bitch. That's her. She's from Nicaragua. Y'all want to know why this is important? Y'all remember what she did? I know y'all don't got short-term memory. Not in the Strong House. Not in the Strong House. I am not gonna let you forget. I'm not gonna let you forget. Snoop, what up? Jeff Spark in the building. MJ, what up? Not gonna let you forget. Now, why do y'all remember the fight that I have in the back? Y'all remember that? What's that? So this is the WBA. Now I'm gonna connect the dots for you. Any hater, you're welcome to come up here and tell me I'm wrong about this. What's that fight back there? That is our good brother Michael Fox versus Gabriel Mastre. Thank you. No. Hold on, show. No. That was a Dilla Bird. That was Oh wait, hold on. No. The Adela Bird was the one that scored. She scored the draw for I believe that wasn't that Canelo and Triple G the first fight? I forget. That was Adela Bird. Y'all know all these bitches start to look alike though. Exactly. Isaiah GQ, what up? Ern Jordan, salute. Smash the like button, share this video. This is very important. This fight, Gabriel Mastre got his ass beat, knocked down and everything. And I think Mike Fox took this on short notice. At the end of the fight, Mastre's hand was raised, and we was like, what the fuck is going on here? But let me dial it back. Do y'all remember what happened before the bell even rang? Y'all remember anything about skin gloves? Y'all remember that? Do you remember anything about skin gloves? This clown, Mastre, gets to the ring and somebody from Fox's corner noticed it. I know this because I had Mike Fox's dad on the Stronghouse. Me and Stormy, and I think Trick Nolte spoke to him. Y'all remember this now? They pointed out the violation. The ref went over there and said, oh, who signed off on these? And you hear somebody say, I didn't. So I'm watching it like, how the fuck did he get from the locker room to the ring with skin gloves? Where the commissions? Uh-oh. For those that say, oh, no, you can't cheat. The commissions are in the room. Means nothing. My brother Conor Loco told me he's been in locker rooms where the commissioners are supposed to be watching the hand wraps and the fucking gloves getting put on. Man, they on their cell phone playing Candy Crush. Xavier, salute, brother. You sent me something? Ain't come through. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, hold on. Just send me something. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hold on. Wait a goddamn minute. No. Hell no. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Trey, what up? Hold on. Wait a goddamn minute. Because this is important. Xavier just sent me something. Okay. Oh, YouTube. The The receipts are uncanny. Let me see if I can upload this. I might have too many slides up. Nope. I sure don't. Now listen, sidebar, y'all. Now you hear me kicking these facts, right? Right? Y'all hear me talking, right? Okay. I'm about to show y'all something. Fly frequency, salute. Thank you, Xavier. And I need all of you to follow suit on what Xavier just said. I need all of you to follow suit. Because I'm going to put something up and I need all of you to screenshot this, okay? You ready? You ready? You ready? Screenshot this. When I say like and share the video, we are our own algorithm and they don't like when I talk. Tell me what the fuck that says at the bottom. What's that? Got him. Everybody screenshot this. All of you that say I never get a notification, what's going on? I get it for Pep Talk. I don't get it for this channel. I get it for this channel. I don't get it for Pep Talk. When I talk to these fools, they, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. What's that? What does it say at the bottom? Xavier's been subscribed to me for over 3 years now. What's that? What's that? And I just got done talking to these people just yesterday because I had a situation. Somebody left a comment. Well, I might as well just go ahead and tell y'all. Y'all screenshot this and I'm just going to go ahead and talk. All right? On my live stream, when I had the open panel about, my live stream yesterday. Y'all were all here. Right? Y'all remember yesterday's show? When I was talking about me seeing a pattern of hatred. I was talking about Deontay and Devin and Brian Norman Jr. and the monkeys and how they treat them, and how the content creators need to be careful. Right? Y'all remember that? That was yesterday's show, right? Well, 3 brothers left a comment. All right, 3 brothers left a comment on that video. I saluted 2. One of them was KO. He said something, and I gave him a detailed response. It was nothing crazy. But you know what I noticed? When I clicked to post the comment, and it was nothing crazy. He wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't disrespectful. I gave a detailed comment, and it said error uploading. Huh? Several times from the phone, error uploading. So when I came back in the crib, I did it from the desktop. Can't be uploaded. I was like, what is this? So I went to Pep Talk, and I commented on Drew Titan LLC. It went through, but here's the funny part. It went through. I said, okay, so now he'll see it. And I let him know I'm trying to comment from my Drew Titan page, and it's not uploading. I had to comment, if you're confused, I had to comment from my other page. Y'all want to know what's funny? I went back to Drew Titan LLC, and I refreshed the page. It said, you see it says reply in blue, but you can't see Pep Talk's comment. So when I talked to YouTube about it yesterday, I said, what's this? They don't know what's going on. Oh, they know. You know what it is? I'm talking to people and they don't know that Miguel is doing all of this. Y'all think I'm making this shit up? I'm not. Look at this. I'm not making it up. Documentation beats conversation. Everything that I do, I have a virtual paper trail on all these assholes. And I'm telling you, when the hammer drops, it's going to be magnificent. You see what I mean? So all of you screenshot this, and that should lead you. You email these assholes and ask them, why I'm not getting no goddamn notifications. This is from Xavier's phone. You will no longer be notified. Why? He never unclicked the bell. So now y'all see. There you go. I'm not making it up. I need y'all to see that. Now back to the programming. Jason Bourne, my brother, what's good? If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. True Boxing Night in that super chat, he says, Drew, I got a question. Why do you think Mastre's gloves were not on the WBA head honcho's desk the next day and Mastre gets suspended for cheating? Oh! That is a great question. Ravens Nation, salute. Hen Dog, salute. That is a great question. Why weren't they? Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me see if I have that video. I know I did a video. Go to content. Michael. No. I remember he appealed it. I did a live on it. WBA's decision stands against Michael Fox because he appealed this. And there was we investigated ourselves and we found ourselves, we didn't do any wrongdoing. So we're fine over here. Let's see something. No, I can't find it. No, I can't find it. But I did a video on it, bro. Insane Talk, what up? Yeah, Xavier, it seems if you talk about Canelo, Tank, or Ryan Garcia or racism and point it out at that, you're going to get blocked. That's why I tell y'all, like the video, share the video. It takes 2 seconds. Share it. Share it. We are our own algorithm. They just told them you're not gonna get no notifications for this. They saw the meme and they said, we already know what time it is. A lot of y'all were here when I was cooking on Ryan Garcia and they just stopped my goddamn live. Yes, salute Queen. They just stopped the live. They just stopped it. I was like, what the fuck? I'm up here cooking and talking. Mr. Shelton called me. He says, yo, what happened? I'm like, what do you mean? Your live ended. I looked at the number. It's like 0. I said, yo, did I get a strike? I wasn't even cursing. They just killed the live. And the follow-up live stream was, you can't stop me. But there's a live before that. And guess what? That live is not even in my YouTube library. But guess where it is? It's on my hard drive. So there was a live. Accurate, what up? There was a live. Y'all just can't see it. And when I asked YouTube, why y'all do that? Oh, we don't know what happened. Oh, we don't know. We don't see it. Yeah, you don't see it? I'm telling y'all who Miguel is. I firmly believe there's a person or a small group of people in a position where they could just do shit like this. And I believe they are Latino. Because every time I cook on Ryan, our page start acting funny. Every time. So they're Latino and they're more than likely homosexual. And they're from out west, San Francisco, probably. Because none of the hater channels have these problems. None of them. None of them. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all. After the Garcia-Haney fight, that was when our channel started acting completely bonkers. Notifications at an all-time low. Everybody's channel, all of us behind the scenes was like, yo, what's going on here? Why my channel, premieres ain't going on time? Nothing. But it's cool. It's all documented. So when you talk to these guys at YouTube, and I know they're wondering why this guy has an attitude. What's going on? Yeah, because you don't know what's going on. And every time I talk to them, you know what happens? When I point out discrepancies, you know what happens? I get 3 or 4 subs. I wonder what happened. Yup. Last time I had it out with a supervisor, she sent me an email and I returned the email and I stated specific facts. Next thing you know, I got like 40 subs in 2 days. What? In 2 days? They were there the whole time, y'all. That was the, oh shit. How about putting the person that does this shit on blast and firing them? It's too late. Because by the time this goes to litigation, I promise you, I'm no hoe. I'm not taking bread. I want names, and I'm going to drag them because everybody needs to know who they are. Because if you got a group of people that are in position of power to do this to you, the Lord knows what they're doing everywhere else. If they don't like your political opinion, they're going to goof with your channel. If they don't like that you talk up black people, they're going to goof with your channel. If they have a man crush on Ryan Garcia, they're going to goof with your channel. I'm not going to stop. I'm not breaking any rules. You are. This is a poor business practice. But back to the topic at hand, because it's all relevant. A salute to my brother Mind of Mansa Musa. He said, YouTube is test tubes dirty, MF is in yes.
Good night.
I'm going to pop my collar. Dill Spoolie, what up? I know, Xavier, I already told y'all, I pinpointed when everything got bad. It was after the Haney Garcia fight, and then he popped dirty and started being racist. When we started talking about it, all of our channels started acting crazy. Yep. Joe, what up, Joe? Yep. And guess what? I'm not going to stop. You know why? Because you're not going to call me a liar. Now back to this crap. I'm up to the part where I'm talking about Maestri trying to kill Michael Fox because that's what he tried to do. Aaron Butler, what up? He skinned his gloves. His team skinned his gloves. Fox's team caught it, pointed out the violation to the ref. The ref said, who signed off on these? You hear someone say, I didn't. That had to have been someone from the commission, which also proves the fact that Fury cheated. When all these clowns are saying, you can't cheat, there's a commission in there. But if the commission is on the take and Tyson Fury ain't drinking no goddamn water either, it's obvious. But whatever. Right? Whatever. So they tried to kill him. But they fixed the gloves. And Gabriel got knocked around the damn ring all night long, and they robbed him on the cards. Now, who was at the foot of that? This smut on the left. This smut. Gloria Martinez, that smut. Who's married to some nigga named Mendoza or whatever. I don't know what's going on over there. So they suspended her. And then, with a little background checked on her, we started seeing things like this. Read that. Gloria Martinez Rees. At Gloria Rees. See a picture of Michelle Obama? This is when they were on their way out the White House. Okay, monkey face, your time is gone. Bye-bye. That was in 2020. Y'all go ahead and read that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. Sips protein shake. Go ahead and read that. Go ahead. Sunk in yet? Are you offended? Are you offended? Gilberto Mendoza. And you wonder why Mike Fox didn't get the dub? Does it make sense why they want Ryan Garcia to wear their belt or at least have an opportunity to carry their hardware? Does it make sense? Where's the lie? I don't give a fuck if you don't like the Obamas. Monkey face? Let me tell you this. Michelle Obama was the baddest and is the baddest looking first lady ever. And don't tell me about Ivana Trump. She's a whore, and I saw her whole body naked, and I was disgusted. Michelle Obama probably was the most educated. Isn't she a lawyer by trade? It don't get no better than her. She's black, she's beautiful, educated, and she got cake. Now what? I beat that right now. What? Y'all remember Barbara Bush? Forget his wife, she looked like his grandmother. Now, Black Martial Arts Society, salute. Gnarly Ray, salute. Oh, exactly, Coach Hudson. That's why Bill stood on business at that press conference in California. They don't give a fuck about what Ryan said because they agree with it. Let's call it what it is. That's why it's all forgiven. I'll get to that in a second, Xavier. I'll get to that in a second. They don't care about what he said. The man stood right there and said, yeah, I was high on shrooms or whatever. And I'm standing there with the camera like, oh, I looked around like, no one heard that? He just said he was on drugs when he went on that racist tirade. He didn't say he was sorry. He justified why he did it. Once again, he's pointing the finger at a foreign substance. Like he did, oh, I beat Devin, it was ashwagandha. Oh, I said ashwagandha? Oh, no, I meant it was super carb. I said super carb? Oh, I meant it was perfect amino. No, dial it back. You said you don't take anything. And now you take all of that, and we found out you was on shrooms. Now, one time did you apologize? Niggas asked you, are you going to apologize to the George Floyd family? Oh, I'm gonna. Has he done it? Is anybody going to ask him? But Showbiz, the adult, been in front of this motherfucker several times. He did an interview with Teofimo Lopez a couple of weeks ago. Did he question him about any of that? Or did he just brush it off? And motherfuckers got a problem with us when we ask these questions. We're not wrong. We're told to get over it. Get over what? Get over what when you're still behaving in a particular manner? Get over what? We'd love to get over it if you stop doing it. Shout out to Turkey Outta Sheik. Kill these sanctioning bodies. No one should be wanting to deal with Ryan Garcia. Yet I see this motherfucker going over there. Derrick James. Alicia Baumgartner. She goes over there with Jake Paul, and now she wants to train with Derrick James, who's training with Ryan Garcia. And Jake Paul's telling her, yo, man, pop your collar and talk your shit to Clarissa Shields. trying to bait her to come over there. If she really wants to get something popping, she need to come over here. This where the action at. After Clarissa done been to all of those bitches fights and supported all of those bitches. Especially you black women talking about, oh, y'all not, we at least protected. Y'all don't protect us. Look what Alicia Baumgartner just did to Clarissa Shields. We deserve more money in the WNBA. How about selling some fucking seats? Literally, there are more women on this planet than there are men. The WNBA games should be sold out. For every one man, I think there's like 8 women. Y'all can't even support yourselves. The fuck? You don't need us, right? Y'all always talking about what y'all don't need. We don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you. Why the fucking WNBA is failing? You damn sure blaming us. WNBA's failing, it's men. No, it's y'all. There's more women at an NBA game than there are women at a WNBA game. How's that for sisterhood? Stupid. Audacity, what up? DP Rocker, what up? Leave me out of it. Leave us out of it. God damn. Exactly, Scott. Baumgartner cheated. How many videos did I do about that? Once again, that's me trying to stay on code, right? I was just waiting for the facts to come out. And she kind of sort of beat the case. I left it alone. I'm like, well, if these motherfuckers could big up cheaters like Ryan Garcia and Tyson Fury, I ain't gonna say shit about the sister. And you know what? They were loving on her because of how she looked. And you know when they started hating on her? I go to Instagram and I see a post and she's training hitting pads with Bill Haney in the gym. And it was back to hating that bitch. Now she over there with Jake Paul, they loving her again, especially when she has something to say about Clarissa Shields. Any man that hates Clarissa Shields, I'm looking at you strange. Why you hate her? Yeah, you're trained. You niggas, you monkeys are well trained. You niggas are well trained. Boots is a WBA champion. In what fucking universe? What the fuck did Ryan do to get in position to be mentioned with Boots? Boots is doing something else. Ryan Garcia got business to take care of with Rolly Romero, and they're fighting for a belt. I don't know how they're fighting for that belt. I ain't want to get into that. But after that, he got business with Devin Haney. That shit is etched in stone. What the fuck is the WBA talking about? Then Ryan told me, oh, I could beat Bud. Why are y'all allowing him to run around us do anything? Do everything. And the reason why I got these still pics of Michael Fox and Gabriel Mastre is because no one questioned Gabriel. Why did you have skin gloves? That wasn't even a conversation. That went away. That went away the day the fight ended. It went away. Then the WBA told Michael Fox, ain't nothing wrong, man. It stands. You go and watch that fight. There was no part of that fight that Gabriel won in abundance. None. He may have won maybe 1 or 2 rounds. But he got his ass kicked. So he tried to cheat. That didn't work. They had to cheat this brother on the cards. And then if they reprimand Gloria Martinez, that means the decision was fucked up and it should have been reversed. They never did it. That's the WBA. If you're going to suspend the judge is the reason why the decision came out the way it did. Give the kid his victory. How do you reprimand someone for doing something wrong and don't reverse the call? How? They didn't even say, yo, man, you got to run it back now. They didn't even do that. It went away. And you know why? Not enough of us spoke up. I spoke up. I had this kid's father on my show. Stormy spoke up. Southern T spoke up. But it wasn't enough. You know why? You niggas are too busy, blowing the wrong fighter. You shouldn't be blowing no fighter. You should love the sport. Because if you ignore everything that's going around, eventually it'll get to your fighter. Eventually. Think about all the fighters that turned their nose on Deontay Wilder when he was going through his bullshit. Oh, yo, here's his excuses. He's saying the shoe was too heavy. Since that happened, there's been several fighters that's gone through some headache. And I ain't saying shit. I'm not defending nobody. After that Deontay shit, no, sir. Nope. You're on your own. Fuck you. I took note of so many fighters that stood against Deontay from all weight classes. Bro, done. Oh, Coach Hudson, great question. Watch this. Watch this. Hold on. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Damn. Well, the answer is I can't find that damn video, brother. Damn. What did I call it? I don't remember the name of the video, but I did a video on it. Yes, to answer your question, Coach Hudson, I did a video on it. I forgot the name of it though. She came back and there was a fight between two light heavyweights. It was for a WBA strap, and she's in the middle holding the belt. I did a video on it because I took a still photo of it. I did a still photo of it, and I said, man, look, and I did a live stream if y'all remember. And I said, yo, y'all gonna, look, she's back. So they suspended her so the public could see it, and they brought her back in silence. So they really did nothing. They really didn't do anything. But my thing always has been, Darius, what up? My thing always has been, if she was the reason why this call went bad to the point where they suspended her, that means the call is wrong and Michael Fox was robbed. BVO, salute. He was robbed. And they didn't do anything. I did a whole live stream on the letter that the WBA responded to Michael Fox's appeal. We investigated ourselves. We didn't do anything wrong. The decision stands. Waffles, what up? Exactly, main biker, especially the Charlos. I don't feel sorry for whatever the fuck happens. I don't care. I know Mal Charlo was doing an interview on somewhere, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, okay. Y'all go ahead and put that nigga in the ring if you want to. Go ahead. He gonna pull an Oliver McCall 2.0. Someone gonna punch. He might be winning the fight and just start crying. Like, what's wrong with this nigga? What's wrong with him? He shouldn't have been cleared to fight. That's what's wrong with him. But they want to see this nigga get paid back for the 10 years of screaming and hollering in hallways in all arenas everywhere around the world. They want to see him get his ass beat. And that's what they can. That's why Canelo wants to fight him now. He didn't want to fight him at 160. He wants to fight him now. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I don't give a fuck about no Mel or Mal. And let me be clear. If they continue their career, fine. I'm just saying that I'm removed from them. Fair enough? Yeah, main biker, that's what I'm talking about. He looks spaced out. I said, man, they're going to put this nigga in the ring? Yeah, they're going to put this nigga in the ring. But when Ryan Garcia was having multiple meltdowns They were taking his phone, and they didn't even think twice about not allowing him to fight. It was spoken about, but they were never going to do it. That's why they allowed him to get to the ring juiced up. Before we reprimand him, let him beat on Devin. Go ahead and miss weight. Go ahead and lose and use whatever drugs you want. Go ahead and use a fucking IV in y'all face. They ain't gonna say shit. They ain't gonna do shit. Beat that black boy first, and then we'll deal with the shit later. And now you have the WBA trying to get him versus Boots. How about this? Why does the WBA see value in Ryan Garcia? You're going to tell me the right thing to do is get Ryan Garcia in the ring with Boots? Can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a question? Boots is at 147. He's a welterweight, right? What weight is Ryan Garcia fighting at? Go! What is he? Is he a lightweight? Is he a junior welterweight? Is he a welterweight? Huh? Is he a junior middleweight? What weight is he? Is he a cruiserweight? That motherfucker was 180 pounds when he fought Devin. He had love handles, man. Hendog said 140-ish. You know what the ish was? The ish was Sugar Ray Leonard fucking around at 154 because he didn't really want to go to the full 160 for a while. Y'all do know 154 is relatively a new... Stormy, how old is 154? How old is that division? It's, dude, for the you young guys, 154 wasn't around like forever. Shower says cheetah weight. Yeah. How old is 154? Maybe that's something we can Google. Let me Google that. How old is the 154 division in boxing? I don't trust these AI overviews. (1962) super welterweight. These AI overviews be on some bullshit. Junior fucking middleweight. It's supposed to be welterweight to 160 at middleweight. The fuck is this 154 shit? 1962? That doesn't sound right. That don't sound right. $154, no. You said 81. No, this 62, I don't know, it could be right. It could be right. But fuck out of here with that 54 shit. Could be 62. 1920, I don't know. But Hammer and Hank, Henry Armstrong, he multiple division champion and held all those belts and defended all them motherfuckers. He was going up and down in weight. So I don't know what these kids are talking about nowadays, but whatever. I don't want to get too far off my point. These motherfuckers bend all kind of rules for whoever they want to see wave their banner. And the WBA sees value in Ryan Garcia. Value. My question is, why the fuck does the WBA see value in Ryan Garcia, bro? Why didn't they say Rolly Romero? Why didn't they say the winner between Rolly and Ryan could pursue Boots in the WBA? We're going to force him to face the winner. Why did they say Ryan Garcia, y'all? Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all paying attention? I'm going to do more research on that 154, y'all. But are y'all paying attention, though? I'm asking. They didn't say, yo, the winner of Rolly and Ryan, they're going to be mandatory to Boots. They didn't say that. They said Ryan Garcia. That's what they said. And I'm reminding you of who the WBA is. This is who they are. Of course they see value in Ryan Garcia. That's why I see value in Turkey Al-Sheikh. I don't want to hear shit about what his politics. I don't care. I'm dealing with what it is in boxing. Because boxing is fucked up. And the world is fucked up. I don't live in Dubai or South. I don't live there. I don't. You can't be American and talk crazy about no country. You live here. You know what foreigners say? The black people that go abroad and act up, they're like, wait a minute, cops shoot y'all. And how you acting right now, I see why. See what I mean? You live in America, you live in a glass house. Please don't talk no shit. Please. I don't care how you're living. I don't care how you're living. I'm looking at where you're living, and you're guilty by association. I'm proud to be an American, yes. But we be in some bullshit, don't we? 704, what up? What you talking about? And that's why I like Turkey Al-Sheikh. Because I'm watching, I'm like, you know what? Nobody's perfect. Did I say Turkey's perfect? No. I never said that. You also heard me say, hey man, he may do something that's gonna piss me off, but I'm gonna be right here holding him accountable. If I could say, man, I don't care if the zone takes over boxing, as long as that means I'm getting all the fights that I want. I don't care who runs boxing. Al Heyman, Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum. If somebody ends up with all these fighters and we start getting the fights that we want, that's what I'm rolling with. As a matter of fact, I never rolled with a particular company at all. But I watched how people bullied Al Heyman. I'm like, why they jumping on this dude's nuts? He only been around boxing at that time like 2 years. And he's making all these waves. Motherfuckers like Bob Arum. A lot of cats didn't even know what the fuck Bob Arum was about because they were so busy on Don King's dick. But Bob Arum is every bit as dirty, if not worse. He stole Top Rank from Muhammad Ali. Please stop. Stop. Can't tell no nigga that though. Yeah, come on. All right. Yeah, man, come on. Yeah, man.
out. He's a nigger. He's a nigger. He's a nigger.
Oh my God.
A nigger. Look, there's a nigger.
Yep. Link is pinned, y'all. Y'all can come out here and speak your piece if y'all want, man. Y'all better recognize what the fuck is going on out here, man. Y'all really need to. Y'all really do. Y'all really do need to recognize what's going on, man. Y'all really do. I saw this shit. I was like, wait a minute. Why the fuck? How the fuck is Ryan Garcia even... How's he being considered for anything? And why are they putting him in the ring? Yo, Boots, you better go talk to Michael Fox. They tried to JC, what up? They tried to kill him in the ring, that failed. Then he boxed Main Street's face in, and they robbed him. They narrowed it down to Gloria Martinez, right? They narrowed it down to her ass. And when they suspended her, automatically that should have meant they should have overturned the injustice that Michael Fox was done, and they didn't even do that. And now they're saying, hey man, Boots, if you don't defend against Ryan after he beats Rolly, because that's what we want, then we're gonna take that belt. Boots, throw that fucker in the garbage. Cause I watch you, I don't watch that fucking belt. Fuck them. The OG Mr. Mont. Salute, brother.
Yeah, what's going on, Drew?
What's going on, good brother?
Yeah, man, honestly, I don't believe that. I mean, we know how Ryan Garcia is. He quick to call out Boots' name, and he might want that fight, but I don't think Oscar would allow that fight because he knows that that's not a good fight for Ryan. Boots can literally ruin Ryan.
He could.
I'm talking about he could really make Ryan look terrible.
But
I mean, yeah.
How much you think he'll get paid in that fight?
Who, Ryan?
Yep.
Shoot. If Turkey paying the money, man, they might give Ryan Garcia $30 million for that fight.
See what I mean?
Yeah. They might.
How much money do you think he lost? How much money do you think he lost in lawyers' fees? And he had a Gatorade deal, and all that stuff is gone now. He had an underwear deal. All that shit is gone. How much money do you think he lost?
Man, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
So I think this is an organized effort for him to recoup the money he lost, and it's still giving him generational wealth. And I'm saying he don't deserve that. He don't deserve it.
Not. Absolutely not.
You know, he lost to Tank. He quit when Tank touched him to the body. But I think he walked out of that deal making what, over $30 million?
Yep.
When he got all the back end money and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm saying he don't deserve anything. And exactly, Stormy, he didn't lose enough. He shouldn't even be talking right now. He should be somewhere curled up in the corner, crying somewhere, scared to leave the house, because every time he leave the house, a black person looks at him. And when he tries to talk to his real Latin people, they're saying, "Hey, you shouldn't have said that." Get the fuck out of here. Devin Haney told 78, ain't no white boy gonna beat me. The next day, they was ready to cancel him. The next day, we were all here for that. The next day, oh, you shouldn't have said that. That was racist. And fine, I apologize. I said, man. And Ryan said all of that, and he's getting $1 million deals every fucking where. The WBA, the racist ass WBA, wants to put him in a ring with Boots or strip him. What the fuck does Boots have to do with any of this?
I mean, you know what? I didn't really look at it like that. It's possible that because Oscar would make a whole lot of money off of that fight. I'm talking about a ton of money, and it's possible he could sacrifice Ryan to tighten up his bank account.
And that's what I'm saying. Sock it to his pockets. He don't deserve it. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I think Boots would literally ruin Ryan in the ring. He would actually make him look bad. Ryan is not tough.
He's not
like David.
He's not. And as much as we want to see him get his ass kicked, outside of dying in that ring, he's going to cash a $30 million check, and he don't deserve that.
Yeah.
He don't deserve that. Coach Hudson in the building. Salute to you, good brother.
Salute, brothers. Salute, OG Mont. Peace to the family.
You know what, man? I was listening to BFTB yesterday, and I heard a sister to this day still say, that she doesn't like Devin because of Bill. And I'm starting to realize that all that's happening with this Ryan Garcia thing and them pushing people to the front as long as they can beat on our brothers and get away with it, it's just gonna keep happening.
Yep.
I'm at a point now where I'm not gonna be a broken record and keep trying to convince people who are from our community to get on code. Because listen, when Deion Sanders and all of them had Ryan Garcia over, I said, hey man, don't y'all trip, because they're gonna get their wake-up call.
Yep.
And yesterday, everybody tried to make it about everything else, but that was a humiliation ritual.
It sure was.
That thing that happened at the draft, they was letting them know, like,
Oh man.
Hey, they letting them know, hey, I know y'all think y'all the shit, but nah, we'll still put you in your place. That's all that was about. Now, with the sister, she ain't no sister, this lady, whatever her name is, that was with the WBA. If they can do that type of stuff and come back to that organization, how come you fighters can't get on code and see that they don't give a damn about you? And then you got somebody like Turkey telling you, man, let the sanctioning bodies fall. Y'all are keeping them alive. This is just like I was talking about the Clarissa Shields thing that happened. I said, hey, Clarissa shouldn't have another event in Michigan.
That's right.
What you athletes need to realize is you bring money into the sport. You bring money into towns that don't even see money. When Terrence Crawford has an event in Omaha, that city sees money that it never sees until he brings that into the city. And then you all allow them. It's like you all don't understand your leveraging power. And this has happened so many times. How many times are we going to miss the bus of unity? If you make up most of the sport, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, and you are the talent, do you all understand that any other race would not put up with this? They would get on code. When LeBron James had a chance to rally everybody up around the George Floyd thing, I don't know if people remember, but a lot of people in the NBA was ready to go on strike. And they got LeBron in front of everybody to say, well, no, we not going. We just need to come together. And that's when everybody started playing in the bubble. We missed the bus. When they did what they did with Colin Kaepernick, if just half of the football league would have came together, they could have had more leveraging power. But what did they do? They went and got Ray Lewis to get up there and cry and talk about, well, them babies, and we just needed this, that, and the third. And now look at this now. Now we have these humiliation rituals going on. When this thing happened with Deontay Wilder, everybody should have came together behind him. Brothers should be trying to attack the character of Ryan Garcia. If don't nobody else do it, the brothers should do it. But we got our own people saying that it's okay because they don't like Bill. It's okay that happened to Devin. Even though Devin could have lost his life in the ring, they're saying it's okay. So I'm at a point now, brother, where, I'm not sad when chickens come home to roost. When it is your time and it's time for you to get your ninja wake-up call, I don't want to hear anything. And like you said, Drew, when some people are going through what they're going through now, I don't say anything, because some of y'all are the same brothers. When Wilder went through what he went through, when Devin went through what he went through, you thought it couldn't happen to you. And now the things are happening to you all, and you all are trusting people who have already, it's been shown over and over again. How many brothers, people want to talk about Don King, how many brothers have been harmed doing business dealing with Bob Arum? If you go to Google right now and you put in who started Top Rank, it says Hubert and Bob Arum. Bob Arum didn't start Top Rank. It was two Muslim brothers that started it, but they let him come amongst us, and of course they let him play them out of position. Now look how Top Rank treats brothers. Imagine the irony of that. The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, who stood up for the people, He funded that. He brought that into existence. And now that they have the power, look how they treat our people. When Bob Arum did Floyd how he did him and didn't promote Floyd the way he needed to get promoted, why would any of you brothers still after that go over to Top Rank? So I don't feel bad when you all have these bad business deals. When Shakur Stevenson sits up there and says, well, I feel like I'm not being promoted right. I love Crawford, but when he had to sue Bob, I said, well, you've had an example that came before you to show that you shouldn't trust this man, and you still took your ass over there. So listen, when you brothers get your wake up call, it is what it is. Cause I'm done.
Check this out now. Everything you say is on point, Coach. But what we have to understand is that staying on code is just a subcategory of even acknowledging racism. And if we can't get people to even acknowledge the racism, how they gonna stay on code? They not. They don't give a damn about staying on code if they're willing to overlook racism as a whole. They just not gonna do it. We talk about this all the time. How these youngsters nowadays don't even relate to racism. It's just a shoulder shrug to them. Ain't no big deal to them.
Say OG. There's a man, I don't know his age, because sometimes I get 16-year-olds that pull up here. Jay Howard, sir, you asked the question. This is the question. I need y'all to look at the screen. What's a code? What's code, and can someone explain this to me? I'm going to assume you're a young man, because we had a young man in here, and I didn't know he was a young man until he revealed he was 16, and then everything made sense. So if you don't know what code is, right now you're talking amongst your peers. You say, I can't, I'm working. Okay, so I'm assuming you're not. So you say you're black and you're listening. Okay, I appreciate that. You're black. How old are you, young man? You're working, so you're a man of a certain age. Are you over 21? Okay, so if you're over 21, then I suggest you just listen to the conversation. And then go to the bottom of the show, go to the beginning of the show and listen to what I'm talking about. Listen to what I'm talking about. Because the WBA is on code. The WBC, you're 22 years old. That's great. The WBA is on code. The WBC is on code. The WBO is on code. We just talked about Top Rank in the WBO. Stolen from Muhammad Ali, and what they did, we found out there's a no black fighter rule, and it's confirmed. You understand? They're on code. All right? They are on code. The only people not on code are black people. So, Jay Howard, I would encourage you just to listen. Listen to what we're saying. There's a reason why we get treated the way we do. They are threatening to take the WBA belt from Boots if he doesn't fight Ryan Garcia. Not the winner of Rolly and Ryan, but Ryan Garcia. And nowhere in that statement does it state that win or lose, Ryan has to win to fight Boots. No, it just says that. We just went through this with Deontay Wilder and AJ. Deontay lost to Parker. AJ beat what's his name? The Swedish dude, whatever the fuck he is. I know what I'm talking about, the white boy. So AJ beats him. Then all of a sudden people start saying, oh, well, Deontay had to win. No, that wasn't it. Turkey says that fight was next. There was no deal saying that they both had to win. That fight was next. But it is what it is. So I know JC, but he didn't come in disrespectful. You understand? So this is me being fair. Now how he accepts the information I'm giving him, that's up to him. But we'll know who he is based off of how he moves forward. You know what I mean? K-Rod in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother. Out of Island, thank you, Stephen X. Out of Island. K-Rod, what up, bro?
Hey, how's it going, Joe?
Chilling, brother. What you got?
Yeah, I just think this crap is just unnecessary, man. I think it's time for us. Well, I'm only gonna say it for specifically Black American boxing fans, like I think it's time for us to like be more divisive, to like keep these type of people away from us, and there needs to be better structure to call these things out a lot more like aggressively, because I brought this up with 78 in the past, and like to me personally, I feel like that if you have more like people that defend bad people like Ryan Garcia, that subjugates like a more broken culture into boxing. And I feel like that type of practice will start to create a more cynical behavior where people think it's okay to, allow criminal behaviors in the sport. And I feel like that's what's being brought into the boxing culture, where as more people are coming into the sport to be more of like a man fan, to just support the fighter rather than supporting the integrity of the sport, that's going to destroy the sport over time. And then more people are going to start thinking that it's okay to be immoral in the sport. So I feel like that's where things are going right now, and I feel like that needs to be stopped like immediately.
No, I agree 110%. The fact that they've treated Ryan Garcia like he did nothing wrong, and after these turkey paydays, the WBA is grandfathering him in to get more paydays. I'm not worried about no damn belt anymore. The sanctioning bodies have devalued their own hardware. The WBC devalued their own hardware when they invented a franchise status for Canelo to duck Jamal Charlo. Never forget, ladies and gentlemen. That's cold. Because at that time, I think Maul would have beat him at that time. And just when the fight was about to be signed and sealed and we was about to talk about it, a franchise status popped up out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, what's that? And then when Mauricio said what it was, I'm like, okay. And then Canelo took it. And then, but the difference was you can't be both at the same time. You can't be both. So he vacated the real belt, right? And took this mythical status in the form of a belt, because optics plays a huge part in it. That's why I always said a franchise status could have been a trophy, a blazer, like how they give out in the PGA Tour. When you win, they put you on that ugly green blazer. It could have been anything but a belt, but they put it in the form of a belt because they played on the people's optics, and because it was Canelo and he was loved, they didn't care. The second one was Lomachenko. When it was time for him to fight Devin, nope, let me get one of those franchises. They did the same thing. The same thing. And nobody said anything. Oh, Devin's an email champion. Who sent the fucking email? Loma did. What are we talking about? And I saw a bunch of niggas talking that stupid shit. I'm like, wait a minute, what's wrong with y'all? And when I tell y'all better stop this, because they're gonna use your own ignorance against you. And everything is ha ha ha, because you think it won't happen to someone you love. Case in point, y'all all laughed when Bill got on. Well, Floyd got on Bill's live stream. Y'all remember that? Floyd got on, his live stream, and
fool ass earth man.
That's where that soundbite came from, right? And it was all fun and games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, almost a month later, he fell out with Tank, and all of a sudden, the real sparring footage came out of nowhere. Floyd said, "Oh, I ain't put out that edited sparring footage with Tank and Devin." You know he did. Then a month later, he falls out with Tank, and then the whole footage came out.
Disgusting.
Tank fans, I told y'all keep walking around with this enemy of my enemy is my friend shit. Listen, man, let me get nerd on y'all real quick. If you're my age, everybody grew up watching the Super Friends. But when you get older, and me and Stormy laugh about this all the time, when you get older and you really buckle down and look, can I ask y'all a question? No matter how much you hate the Justice League, if that shit was real and the Justice League lost, let me ask you a question. If you're part of that Legion of Doom, who do you trust? Okay, let's say they beat everybody. You trust Lex Luthor, the Joker? You trust these niggas? They all gonna flip on each other. That's how I see you niggas. I don't trust you. I really don't. I don't trust you. Y'all was loving Floyd when he was on Bill's bumper. Now he's on Tank's bumper. Now you don't like Floyd. Now you're trying to pick apart his resume. You can't do that. You made that bed. Now you got to lay in it. And now look at what Tank's going through. He fought to a draw. It may as well have been a loss. How he's being treated, injustifiably so. You see, the Charlos. Mel jumped in his on the Instagram live when Deontay was talking to the PBC. He jumped right in there and said, race don't matter. Skills pay the bills. And everybody was like, yo, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like, you don't know what this brother went through. Skills pay the bills? Wait a minute, ain't no racism? Wait a minute. Both those nappy-headed niggas was in my city and was threatening to sue a gym for what? Racism. Racism, stupid. When Bud Crawford was actually, yo, bro, listen, so much to say. So much to say. I'm going to review that interview that he did with Shannon Sharp. Because they mentioned certain things, but there was things that Bud didn't get into detail with. Because the truth is, with Bud Crawford, when Bob said, I killed the Manny Pacquiao fight, we went crazy, and Bud said, hold on, you don't know his heart. Meaning, leave him alone. Mm-hmm. What did you mean? Leave him alone because you're still there? This motherfucker killed your biggest payday in your breakout fight. That fight against Manny Pacquiao would have put you on the map. And Bob said you would have killed Manny Pacquiao. And he didn't like that fight because Manny's such a nice guy. Then turned right around and told the world the amount of money I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. Because Bud is quiet and he don't promote himself. So he fucked off your career, dude. And then you turn around and sue him for racial discrimination, and those same people that loved you, that said back up off him, now they hate you. And that was when he announced that lawsuit. That was when this nigga said this. Where's that? Montero on boxing. When did Bud join the LDBC? Pause. That's code, y'all. Because if you're a black boxing fanatic and you talk like how I'm talking and you point out the discrepancies in treatment and link it to racism and back it up with facts, automatically you're with the LDBC. Man, they done put so many motherfuckers in the LDBC, some of these dudes don't even know who the fuck we were. But they know who we are now. Because you know what they're not going to call us? Liars. Tell me one time I lied about any situation. And then when the situation is what it is, and you want to tell me it's not racism, tell me what the fuck it is. Tell me what it is. All this talk about Don King, Bob Arum had the FBI raid and shit. He admitted to fixing fights and all kind of shit. Don't talk to me about Don King. I don't want to hear it.
Man, listen.
Fucking ridiculous.
You know what? Let me get this off real quick, Coach. You know what? You know, we put a whole bunch of passion into shows like this. You know what I'm saying? We get all excited, as we should, but it always, truth be told, comes off as a whisper.
Yeah.
And when you got boxers and other fans that basically ignore what's going on in boxing and all over the world, that shit speaks so loud compared to what to get off when we putting all this passion into trying to get our message out. And for me, you know, a lot of times I come off as being somebody who just don't fuck with the youngsters. I don't like young niggas. I don't like nothing. And that's just not true. It's just discouraging, man. Because I got two daughters. My oldest daughter is 27. I got a daughter that's 19. And I see how they think. And you know, I don't have any hair, but I pull what I got left out, trying to get them to understand the way this world works.
Right.
I try to get them to relate to racism and what's going on in the world around them, and they just don't get it. And like I said, it's just a shoulder shrug to them. And like I said, we get on here, man. We all everybody on this panel, and I know LDBC wide is passionate about this kind of stuff. And there are other channels out there that are the same. And we get on here and we yell and scream and get all excited, man. But you know, after I leave this show, I can go out in the world and see that all this is just a whisper. Not saying that I'm gonna give up.
Right.
Trying to push this message, but man, it's discouraging when you passionate about what you doing and what you saying, and then you got all these fighters out there, man, that's ignoring it, acting like it ain't real, you know, acting like it's just something that we just trying to get off our chest. And really, truth be told, they don't even hear us because they ignore us. It's nothing to them. For us, they wouldn't even listen to this video if you played it for them.
That's right.
It wouldn't be a big deal to them. They're going on about their day. It just wouldn't be nothing to them. And for me, man, at times I just don't have the energy for it, man. It pushes me away from the sport to know that we out here trying to protect these fighters and they ain't looking out for themselves.
True story.
Can I respond to that, brother?
Yeah,
Drew?
go ahead, bro. Yeah.
So it does get discouraging. You know, the minister always says that, doing work for the community is like a weight on your shoulders. So, you know, anybody that feels passionate enough to put in action, go out into the community, go out to your boxing gyms, go out to the schools. You'll be surprised, because what it is a lot of these young people are trying to find something to fit in with. So if it becomes the social norm to lynch black athletes, black people in the media, period, then they jump on the bandwagon. And a lot of times they don't know what it comes from. They don't know the history. You know, if they're not taught it in school, and if they're not getting it at home, they're definitely not getting it from the media. So like I always say, you know, as a black man, this is my post, and I'm going to do everything that I can in my power. Now, the people that's around our age, grown folks, hey, man, a lot of them are stuck in their ways. You know, I call out, you never know who's listening. So I call out the truth, because anytime there's a lie going on, when you say the truth enough, eventually a young person that is listening can see who's right and wrong. Just like yesterday on BFTB, when he was speaking to some guy, the guy thought that Devin Haney got knocked out in the fight. He didn't even watch the whole fight. So what that let me know is he caught on to some hate that he could basically hold on to and run with it, thinking that Devin Haney, he didn't even know the whole story. That's happening so much where people feel like there's like this campaign of hate and they just run with it, even if they didn't see the fight. So what we have to do is, no matter what, we have to stay in the community. We have to stay on code. And for the brother, if you are a brother and not a white man playing on social media, if you are a brother and you really don't know what code is, I don't know how you grew up, but if you grew up in a home with a black family, if you had siblings, they taught you, hey, when y'all are in the house and y'all are fighting, that's one thing. But when you go outside, you better have each other's back. You don't let nobody jump on your brother or your sister. When you are on code, you have unity. That does not mean you do not correct each other. If you are representing the people and you are not representing us in a way that is respecting the lineage that we come from, we will call you out. We will say, brother, get your ish together. Sister, get your ish together. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to let anybody else jump on you. We're not going to let anybody else lynch you in the public eye. Once that happens, I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to fight with you. And a lot of times what I see and what I hear from people from our community is people that never been a part of anything. People that are afraid to stand up in their lives, so they live vicariously through people who really are self-hating Negroes. Yes. And they say, well, I hate Devin Haney because I don't like Bill. You are a self-hating Negro. You are assimilating Negro. You are someone who is so worshiping an idol and have this individual mindset that you don't think we're all together. But see, I've lived in the South long enough. I've been in the military. I've been in law enforcement, and I've seen it. At the end of the day, everyone else understands this. And if you don't understand it, or you don't want to hear it, when it is your time to get your ninja wake-up call, all I'm saying is, hey, it is what it is, because everybody, like Harry Tubman said, everybody ain't gonna come with us.
That's right. You left their ass right there. You left their ass right there. She could have freed a whole lot more. This is what she said. You got to freed a whole lot more if they knew they were slaves. So it is deflating. It is deflating, but I only know one way to do it. Now, I was told a story a long time ago. Some event happened, and there was a bunch of starfish that got swept up onto a beach. And the sun is hot, man. It's just blazing. It's beating the shit out these starfish, right? So this little boy walks up the beach, and he starts taking the fish one by one and throwing them back in the ocean. So this old man, with all his wisdom, says, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm trying to save these starfish." Old man says, "Young man, you ain't gonna make no difference. Look at all these fish on this beach. You ain't gonna make no difference." So he picks up another starfish and throws it in the ocean. He says, "I made a difference to that one. And look at this right here. Boom. Made a difference to that one, that one, that one, that one." Now, he didn't get all the starfish, of course, but he made a difference to the ones he saved. I will never stop being me. This is my duty as a black man, to point out the discrepancies in everything, not only boxing. Go subscribe to the Painful Excellence podcast. I'm always going to point it out. What's going on in boxing right now is bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I don't care where Turkey's from or what he said or whatever, because I'm still waiting. Two brothers I know in particular, oh, Turkey said this and that about American, and I'm American first. I said, cool, send me the link when he said it so I can read it. This is last year. I haven't gotten a link yet. The brothers got my number. They got my email. One motherfucker got my house number. Still waiting. So until you figure it out, I don't care. Stop telling me about what they do in Saudi and how they still have slaves. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Turkey's a brown man. He's a Muslim. They're gonna lie on him. And some of that stuff is cultural over there. They're just not opening up their lives and their way of life to the world. Just now. And they need to be careful with that. Give them a foot, they take a whole goddamn yard. Keep your sisters covered up over there. You don't want no parts of what we got going on over here, because it's fucked off. Mm-hmm. How many black women went overseas and got fucked up? A video a day going to DR, throwing pineapples all over the place. Yep. In the airports, cutting up. This is what happens when you take men out the leader role. But that go to the Painful Excellence podcast. That's other things. That's something else. But to keep it boxing here, as long as Turkey is doing right by me, that's all I care about.
Thanks.
That's all I care about. Don't talk to me about religion or what they're doing inside. I don't care. 128-man tournament. Is anyone else talking about it?
Nope.
Bivol and Beterbiev were champions for like 5 years. They should have been fought 5 times. Turkey got in the game for 2 years strong. Now we were about to go on a third fight.
Facts.
He wanted to put money behind Devin and Tank. Tank said no. He was going to put money behind Benavidez and Canelo. And Canelo moved around that.
Come on.
And now when you leave it up to the powers that be in boxing when Turkey is not involved, these motherfuckers want to send the biggest racists in the world in boxing to fight Boots. In hopes that they want that racist to wear that goddamn belt.
Come on.
Y'all better wake up and smell the failure. It's always deeper than boxing. Since the birth of boxing. I wish I could, since Ryan want to resurrect niggas, I wish I could resurrect Jack Johnson so he could tell y'all. Because reading it, well, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put in the book. hearing about it or watching it, it doesn't hit the nerve the same way.
Come on.
What that man went through. Throwing rocks at, but are y'all subscribed to Scrapbook Boxing? He tells you the story because he talked to the people that came from that era. He was able to talk to them before they left this realm. Go subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing.
Shout out to him.
You love boxing? Let me see. Go subscribe to my brother. Stormy B Man talks to X's and O's every day. I don't see you niggas there. Y'all love that Jerry Springer screaming and hollering and cursing and shit. Cool, but you know what though? I always talk about quality over quantity. If you into that Jerry Springer back and forth and this YouTuber talking about you, I don't give a fuck. Go over there and listen to him. Because while he's talking about me, I'm not the athlete. I'm not. He might want to fuck with me on a homosexual level, but I'm not that. He's infatuated with me. Talk to me about what I'm talking about now, because this is a problem. No black person should be smiling and cheesing in front of Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia. When Showbiz the Adult was looking at the nigga, I'm like, man, he doing everything but want to kiss him in his shark mouth.
It should be smoke for them boys.
My God, that was his moment to say, yo, man, what's up with that racist stuff, man? He didn't even do it.
Pressure.
You know what he told him? He said, I was telling him that you was really undisputed. Press 1 if you stole it. If you was really undisputed. I'm looking at this. I said, you know what? Stop. I'm done. Done. I gave it a chance. Done. Now you see why that nigga got deals. Because he literally sold his ass.
Come on.
And I don't mean literally, like you know, he might not have gotten back shots, but his style is what got him that deal. He's a light-skinned, black, buck-eyed nigga dancing around, and literally, he's what they need. He's a blackface in blackface. That's what they need.
Come on. Shoot.
That's what the fuck they need. I'm anti that shit. So when I say things on here like quit acting light-skinned, I mean it from the bottom of my fucking heart.
Shit, Drew, they be flirting with them boys. They get in front of Ryan and T.O. They be flirting with them.
Damn right. And there's niggas on here YouTube right now looking for deals. Let me see how much I could coon and buck dance. They go to our channels and listen to what we say, get on their live stream and completely say the opposite because it nets them dividends. That's what they do.
It just ain't that much money in the world, man. I mean, I'm sorry. It ain't enough money in the world to make me listen to nobody like that, let alone put myself in those shoes to where I have to jeopardize my integrity, my blackness, and everything else, man. It's just a sad state of affairs for me, man. And
when you come up with no integrity, who are you? See, these cats ain't grow up like us. I know cats younger than me by 2 decades that are on my mind length, my wavelength of thinking and beyond. I'm like, God damn, how old? Like I always say, that brother Champside, I don't even think that brother's 40. But God damn, he's wise he's wise ahead of his time. He don't even got gray in his beard. He's young, bro. He's like in his mid to early 30s, I would suspect. If he's 40, that's a reach. But when I first found his show, I was just listening. And I'm like, yo, I like this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? He's a down-to-earth brother, but you can see how, you know, the way he talks, the way he dissects things. You see, more of that. Because all this other things is bullshit. And people talk about him like they talk about us. And it's like, it's ridiculous. And it's true. You ain't got to be LDBC to kick it. But we have to really mind our association. That's why we keep it tight. We keep it mad tight. We've held Clarissa Shields accountable with the Remy Ma situation. I'm like, I wish this sister wouldn't get involved in that foolishness, and she hasn't. But I'm going to stick up for her when she's right. And how she's being attacked by her fellow women, that ain't right, man.
No, it ain't.
That's fucked up. But, you know, you throw some money in someone's face, they be like, yo, I'm the type of person, all right, you want to pay me? Hey, man, yo, Drew, you know what? We're going to pay you $1 million. All right, what you want me to do, though? That's the next question. Oh, we want you to talk about Loma and Fury, and you do that 8 days a week. There's only 7 days in the week. What the fuck? I'm listening to you talk. And I keep telling y'all, they already offered me bread to sell out.
Come on.
20 racks spread out over 4 months. And I wish I saved that email. I'm like, who is this? They gave me a list of fighters. They gave me a list of UK channels to go subscribe to. They wanted me to go join their panels and talk up their fighters. 20 grand spread out over 4 fucking months. I said, this is a troll. They want me to respond and ask me to, get me to send the contract list so they can go on their panel and say Drew was ready to sell out. And they were specific in how they wrote it. They wanted me to pretty much talk down on Deontay and Errol, not so much as Bud, because he was still coming up. They want me to talk down on the Black American fighters. I said, man, I got off that phone. I called 78. I said, yo, check this shit out. And I said, I got this email. I said, man, that was bullshit, though. He said, nope, it was real. I said, what? And then 78 said, I got a similar email. And 78 told me the number they offered him. And what y'all don't realize is 78 could have been sold out to LDBC for a strong 6 figures.
Come on.
The same thing with Black Fight Fan. Could have been sold out. Because they went to them niggas first. And go ahead and ask BF. He got the same shit. It's all real. And when I got mine after the Sugar Hill interview. Right after I spoke to Sugar Hill. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That was my viral moment. And then I got an email a month later. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I was still working with Fanon when that happened. And y'all already know I ain't gotta go there. But I was in the midst of all of that. So I ain't gotta bullshit y'all. So when I talk about a code, I live it. I live it.
We ain't just talking.
We're not just talking. This is real. If you choose to sell out for some bread, go. Get the fuck out of here. But I know how you coming. If you're gonna sell your virtual ass for some bread, I can't trust you to stand next to me when it's come time to get down. I can't trust you. Because while I'm knuckling up, I look over my shoulder, you running. Or you turning your hat around and you got the enemy's logo on your forehead. The fuck?
But Drew, that's not, you know it and I know it, but that's not money. Them batteries with a remote control to it.
Oh, yeah.
All they gonna do is get you to do exactly what they want to do, denigrate your own people, shit on your own people, and you will briefly enjoy the spoils of it.
Yep.
Hey, Drew, I'm gonna tell you something I ain't told nobody else before. So I used to train. I don't know if you're familiar with the MGT.
No,
in the Nation of Islam.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the captains in the MGT, I used to train one of her sons. And before, I don't remember if it was before the Lomachenko fight or the Kambosos fight, but Minister Farrakhan had called Devin. And there's actually a video on it somewhere, but before it was out, she sent it to me. The minister had spoke to Devin before the fight and prayed for him. And I was like, when I'm watching it, I'm like, man, bro, you never know who is still fighting and who is in the ears of our champions. And when I saw that, I said, man, he's about to go through.
K-Rod, he had to leave. I was like, salute K-Rod. Thank you, brother. Go ahead,
I said, man, he's about to go through a trial. Because I said, as soon as this is released to the media, I'm talking about as soon as it hit Instagram, the hate that seemed to triple for Devin. I was like, man, that's why we have to be on code, because what they're showing us is they're just like the brother Champ side. And let me tell you, this is the mindset of a race fan. So I'm watching Champ side, and the way Champ side go off, man, look, I'm in the kitchen and somebody said something way off about our whole community. So Champ side starts correcting them. Man, I'm running back to the room trying to see if the link doesn't drop, because I'm like, boy, we ain't having that.
Yeah.
You know, but so Champ, he holding his own. But let me tell you what a race fan said. A race fan in the chat said, Champ side, you were just condemning your people the other day. You know what I mean? So how come we can't talk about them? And see, Champs, I had to correct him. And man, I loved it. Champs, I told him, just because we have issues in our community, every community has issues in it. But that's not an invitation for you to now come forward and lynch and disrespect our people because you hear me dealing with ours. So that's what being on code is. You don't have to put LDBC in your YouTube name to stand up to your people. But what they're doing now in the mainstream media is, if any black fighter stands up, that's their way of calling them a nigga.
That's right.
They say, well, you must be with the LDBC now. That's a cold name to call you nigga. The same way in politics, they changed and used the word woke. And if you don't understand what's going on, that's what it is. And every black man, I'm not saying you need to fight Ryan Garcia on site, but in the sport of boxing, every black media personality and fighter, when they in your presence, it should be a what's good type of energy. What you on type of energy. Like, nah, you ain't about to say those type of things and you be cool in our presence. And see, it say something about you as a man when someone can disrespect your whole existence like that. The black woman that you come from, they can disrespect them like that and feel easy around you. That's why some of our women don't respect you. That's why some of our young boys out here don't respect you, because they feel like they gotta hold it on their own right now. But I'll tell you one thing about me. I practice what I preach, and ain't nobody gonna do that and feel peace in my presence. Never.
Goddamn right. I will not be assimilated. Fuck that. I've already proven it. I ain't trying to prove it to anybody. I was just shocked. I thought I was the only one that was offered bread.
Right.
And I stood on business. I'm like, man, this got to be a troll, but I don't give a fuck. What the fuck is 20,000? I don't care. And I called up 78. I said, yo, check this shit out. He said, nah, it was real. And they offered 78 a strong 6 figures. They offered Black Fighting a strong 6 figures. I think they offered BFTB close to 6 figures, especially him. I was like, oh, shit. So then when you look at these dudes that used to be around us, used to be cool with us, and now they talking funny, I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is.
Damn.
They did that. They did that. I don't care what they say. I'm telling you what it is. Drew, you can't prove it. I don't need to, because I've seen too much already. And I'm not, and y'all know me, I'm that type of person. I will stop dealing with you and you won't even know it. Y'all won't know it. I told y'all before, I stopped goofing around with KQKC for 1 year before that shit. Before y'all knew, I stopped fooling with him. I didn't say anything. I just left him alone. Look at him now. Got Brian Norman Sr. up there calling him all kinds of bitch ass niggas. Look at that. Look at that. How does that happen? How does that happen? It's ridiculous, man. So when I talk about a code, and salute coach, he had to fall off. When I talk about a code, this is what I'm talking about. We need to be on one accord. We definitely need to be on one accord, and we're not. Just look at the atmosphere on YouTube. So if the atmosphere is fucked up on YouTube with black people, why the fuck would y'all think it'd be functioning in a professional setting? It's not. It's just simply not. Which is why the industry got away with what they got away with Deontay Wilder, Michael Fox, Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney got some justice, but you got fucking peace, Coach Hudson. You still got people. Golden Boy just released the fight on the anniversary. They're talking about history won't be redone or whatever they said. Yeah, okay, it won't be redone. Your man's a racist fucking cheater and a liar and a woman beater. All of that. All of that.
I'm gonna say this, Drew, and I'm gonna get out of here as well. I've been in. I'm one of the LDBC members that I really don't. It's hard for me to go outside of the LDBC, but when I do, I stay quiet. I'll be in someone's chat, just listening. I'll be spying on the chat, seeing what I see, and it's been times where I done been in somebody's chat and I done seen your name pop up.
Of course.
I done seen 7H's name pop up. I done seen BFTB's name pop up. I haven't seen Black and CC's name pop up lately, but I've seen you guys' name pop up because y'all, that whisper that I was talking about starts to get loud when y'all speak on it. I was on a particular channel. I ain't gonna call the name out because I like this person. They not a bad channel. They not an enemy of the LDBC. And somebody mentioned your name. I screenshot it.
Yep.
And I got it still on my phone. And I'm waiting for this person to ever pop up on your channel, 7H channel, or any of the LDB. Well, he has popped up on BFTB channel, but BFTB be giving them hell when they come to his channel with that nonsense. And I'm gonna say something else about that too, Drew. A lot of those guys ought to thank BFTB because they wouldn't exist without him.
Yeah, of course not.
They'll go over to his channel and he'll let them on the pound and he'll eat their ass alive.
Yep.
But back to what I was saying. This person called you all kind of messed up names, so I put it in. I screenshotted it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I can't go. I'm not going to be participating on this channel no more. I'll never go on their live and get on the panel or nothing like that. But I can't participate in that. But I did screenshot that what this person was saying about you, and like I said, I'm gonna keep it in the queue.
Motherfucker probably got a wrench on my channel too. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think he comes to your channel anymore. He used to. This person had a problem with you calling these monkeys monkey. You know what I'm saying? That was something that they was talking about. But anyway, we all know what you talking about when you do that. Everybody does.
Everyone knows, and
everyone knows. But this person had a problem with it, so I screenshot it. And like I said, I have it in my phone. And the reason I never sent it to you because he's really not relevant. But if he ever shows his face on your channel, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna send it to you in a private. I'm gonna text it to you. I got your number, and I'm gonna let you see who that person is.
Yeah, it's all good.
Not somebody who I ever see in your chat or nothing like that anymore. But they used to come to your chat, and they was over there talking big shit about you. And I was like, man, I'm not the type of person that keep up a bunch of shit. But ain't no way I'm finna let this motherfucker lounge around on your channel and you not know this motherfucker with that bullshit.
Yeah, no doubt.
The point I'm trying to make is the reason that type of shit happened is because y'all guys speak loud. Even though, like I said, what we doing comes off as a whisper. But when you speak, when 7A speaks, when BFT speaks, it gets louder and louder and louder. And you generate a following. And that was just something I wanted you to know. I got some stuff saved on my phone. And if it ever come to fruition, I'm gonna send it to whoever I need to send it to because I don't like fake motherfuckers riding around in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Acting like that. Yeah, acting like they this, that, and the other. And I'm gonna stand up for the LDBC. I'm LDBC to the world, a card carrying member, and I'm not gonna tolerate that type of shit. So,
and brother, we love you for that. And it's not the first. It's not gonna be the last. You understand?
Right.
I did a live stream called "Why Does the LDBC Have Trust Issues?" You know what I mean?
And that's exactly why I don't engage with channels that disrespectful to the LDBC. I don't engage with channels that hate on the LDBC or disparage particular members of the LDBC. I know we all have problems and enemies, and hell, we don't get along in the LDBC. But that's family business right there.
Family business.
So that's all I want to get off I appreciate you having me on, man. I'm gonna go on get my day started and ended, and I'll holler at you, man.
I appreciate you, OG, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see the sister Sugar Free Mars in the building. Let me read these 2 super chats that I missed. Not at 86 in that super chat. This is salute, Drew. Salute to the panel. And as always, salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Salute to my brother, Mind of Montemusa. He said, they offered KQKC crack and he took it. Oh, good Lord.
Good night.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That guy's it's a piece of shit. That's what he is. That's what he is. And but in closing, if y'all don't see what I do here, that's cool. You know, what the OG shared with us, it's not new. They talk about me because I'm a rock star, and they made me that. They made me a rock star. I'm just a dude from the Bronx that love a sport that don't love me back. Okay? They worried about me, but Gloria Martinez that you see here, who is in cahoots with, who works with the WBA, right? Works with the WBA. I'm just going to sum this whole live up. Gloria Martinez works with the WBA, who is out and out racist. All right? She was suspended for blowing the call on this Michael Fox Gabriel Mastery fight, and she was reprimanded by being suspended. So you get suspended when you do something wrong. So when Michael Fox challenged the WBA to reverse the call, they said we didn't do anything wrong and the call stands. They didn't even offer him a rematch. And Gabriel Mastery came to the ring with skin gloves, y'all. So they tried to kill Michael Fox. They tried to kill him in the ring with faulty equipment. That failed. That failed. And then they got him on the scorecards. They suspend someone for doing something wrong, and they don't even reverse the call for Michael Fox. We the only people that went crazy over that. I had his dad on the show and everything. A couple of years later, right? Well, later on that year, Gloria Martinez is invited back on the low. And now the WBA, which she works for, is telling Boots Ennis, defend against Ryan Garcia. Listen to the language. Not the winner of Rolly and Ryan, but they specifically said defend against Ryan Garcia or we're taking that belt. And shout out to Turkey Out of Sheik, because he's saying don't promote those belts. Why? Because of shit like this. All the people should dump the belts. Because I pay to see you perform, not the belts. Because this is what the sanctioning body's been doing. Turkey Out of Sheik is relieving you of all of that pressure. Get your money, because y'all talking about belts collect dust, right? Get your money. This is what Gloria Martinez says. Why Fox is showing Biden as a president? Hello, you are not president-elect. Liars celebrating what? Look at her. She's a Trumper, by the way, y'all. Joe Biden is not the winner. Don't lie to the people. Fake news until we hear from the President Trump the real truth. This is who you're dealing with, y'all. This is what she said about LeBron. She spelled his name wrong. Gloria Martinez whiz. LeBron James is so stupid that the only thing he can do is play basketball. Other than that, go back to the stable. Why is she referring to a black man as coming from a stable? Are y'all paying attention? You paying attention? Go back to the stable. This is what she said. This is who said Michael Fox lost the fight. WBA. Maestri got to the ring with skin gloves. It was caught. The ref says, who signed off on these? Meaning the commission. You hear someone in the ring saying, I didn't. Mike Fox whips his ass, and Gloria Martinez is the reason why Mike Fox didn't get that win. She was suspended, but they didn't reverse the call. So the crime stood. And y'all want to talk to me about Turkey Out of Sheik. Mommy beat you. Never forget. Okay, monkey face your time is gone. Man, she writes how she types, doesn't she? I hear a Latin accent. Okay, monkey, face, your time is gone. Bye-bye. Okay, monkey face, your time is gone. Bye-bye. That's a real tweet, y'all. Okay? So LeBron James got to go back to the stable. The first lady is a monkey. She loves her some Trump. And y'all are shocked that Michael Fox, she was the deciding factor in why Michael Fox didn't get that win. And now the WBA suspends her, they bring her back. And now the WBA, whom which she works under, they're saying, Boots, you gotta fight Ryan or we're taking our belt back. The WBA wants Ryan Garcia to wave that belt. Ryan Garcia, y'all. Okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay? Boots today should be like, you know what? What am I paying the sanctioning fee for? They're telling me to do what? I ain't fighting that kid. I'll fuck him up, but you know what? That means he's gonna get paid. Here, tell them when he's done with Rolly, he can have that shit. They want him wearing that shit. They want him wearing that. Instead of me, they put him on me. I'm trying to go do other things. They ain't saying, yo, man, you gotta fight Bud. Yo, man, you want to fight Errol? Yo, man, you want some of this Fundora work or something? I heard Fundora versus Xander Zayas. You want the winner of that, Boots? Fuck this Ryan shit. Fuck that belt. Throw this belt in the garbage. Salute the turkey. Bankrupt all of these belts. I don't care. I'd be mad as hell if I fought real hard and won a WBC strap or a WBA strap and they want me in there with Ryan Garcia. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck? What? I don't want to pay him. I'm going to tell this kid, Devin, he got to apologize. Going to tell Kyrie Irving, he got to apologize to the Jewish community. Ryan Garcia stood on what he stood, and no one demanded shit from him. And you super coons and monkeys stand in front of him and y'all talk about he pretty. Man, fuck every last one of y'all. Y'all are not my brothers. This is LDBC business, and then whoever rocks with us, I love y'all. You ain't got to be LDBC to kick it. You see Sugar Free Mars in here. You see Coach Hudson. You see him. Salute the champ side. That young brother stands on business. The rest of you turncoats, you don't like what I do, don't watch me. The rest of you coons trying to get deals, if only y'all knew.
Oh, you should let me help you with that.
So considerate of you, Jimmy, but you know we don't allow you in the house, so it's quite all right. It really is wonderful to see you, son. You keep up the good work.
No niggas in the house.
Monkey!
You like some Drew Titan? No! I know why. Code of the Ape, and I just unloaded an entire magazine on your monkey asses. Goddamn right. It's Friday. Go enjoy your day. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda Cash App, Super Chat. Go subscribe to my brother, Coach Hudson. Go subscribe to the Queen, Sugar Free Mars. Go subscribe to my other Queen, Shower. Go subscribe to Tay Tay, the Queen of Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts. We support over here. And let me say this. It's a sin and a shame when the queens got more backbone than you dickless niggas out here. Take that.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.